Welcome back to Randomly Awesome Facts. Before we dive into today's exhilarating topic, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Today we're talking about 15 insanely dangerous sports you won't believe exist. Hang on to your seats, this is going to get wild. Disclaimer. The following video contains content about dangerous and potentially life-threatening activities. Do not attempt to recreate or reenact these activities. Always prioritize safety and professional guidance when it comes to extreme sports. Kicking things off at number 1, wingsuit flying. Imagine hurling yourself from a plane or a cliff, navigating the air currents like a human bird. But with high-speed close proximity flights, the risk of fatal crashes is very real. The most famous incident was the tragic death of wingsuit flyer Mark Sutton in 2013, who died when he crashed into a mountain ridge during a flight. At number 2, free solo climbing. No ropes, no harnesses, just you against the rock. One mistake could mean a fatal fall. A famous incident involved Alex Honnold during his free solo ascent of El Capitan, where he had a heart-stopping slip but miraculously recovered. Coming up at number 3, cave diving. Exploring underwater caves in total darkness. The dangers include equipment failure, getting lost, running out of air, or being trapped. A well-known tragic incident occurred in 2011 when professional diver Agnes Milauca ran out of air and couldn't make it out. Number 4. Bull running. A traditional Spanish sport where people run ahead of charging bulls. Countless people have been injured during the infamous Pamplona event, with a particularly notorious incident occurring in 2019 when 2 Americans and a Spaniard were gored by a bull. Next, at number 5, heli-skiing. Jumping from a helicopter onto an untouched mountain slope sounds like fun, right? But avalanches are a significant risk. In 2019, prominent entrepreneur Mark Kennedy tragically died during a heli-skiing trip due to an unexpected avalanche. Moving on to number 6, base jumping. Parachuting from buildings, antennas, bridges, and cliffs sounds thrilling, but with low altitudes and proximity to launch structures, the risk is immense. In a famous incident, renowned base jumper Eric Rohner tragically died when he struck a tree while attempting a jump. At number 7, volcano boarding. Sliding down the steep, ashy slopes of active volcanoes is as dangerous as it sounds. Volcanic eruptions and rough terrain can cause severe injuries. Back in 2014, a tourist was seriously injured when a volcano unexpectedly erupted during a boarding event. Number 8. Street Luging. Lying on a skateboard-like device and speeding downhill at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour might sound exhilarating, but accidents can lead to severe injuries. An infamous accident occurred in 2015 during a street luge race when 2 participants collided, resulting in major injuries. At number 9. Highlining. Walking on a rope high above canyons or mountains is not for the faint-hearted. Even with safety equipment, the risk of falling is considerable. Famous highliner Dean Potter tragically died in 2015 during a combined highlining and wingsuit flying attempt. Number 10. Ice climbing. This sport involves climbing frozen waterfalls or icy mountains, with risks of avalanches, hypothermia, and falls. In a tragic incident in 2016, an experienced ice climber died after a pillar of ice he was climbing broke loose. Up next at number 11, crocodile bungee jumping. Just as it sounds, it involves bungee jumping over crocodile-infested waters. The risk is pretty self-explanatory. In 2012, an Australian woman has survived with only minor injuries after her cord broke during a 111-meter bungee jump over crocodile-infested waters on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe. Kite surfing. This sport involves riding on a surfboard while holding on to a specially designed kite, using the wind for propulsion. While it sounds like a lot of fun, it can be extremely dangerous due to high speeds, strong winds, and the potential for loss of control. In 2012, professional kite surfer Pierre Roman tragically lost his life during a kite surfing competition, when a strong gust of wind hit and he lost control of his kite. At number 13, zorbing. Ever heard of zorbing? It's an activity where you roll downhill inside a giant, transparent ball. Sounds fun, but it can be extremely dangerous if not performed in a controlled environment. In 2013, a man tragically lost his life in a zorbing accident in Russia when the ball veered off course and fell into a deep ravine. Moving on to number 14, cliff diving. It's basically jumping off a cliff into water, but the danger of striking rocks in the impact with the water itself can lead to severe injuries, even from considerable heights. The renowned cliff diver, Uli Weber, met with a fatal accident in 1996 while attempting a complicated dive in Italy. Finally, at number 15, ice swimming. This involves swimming in ice-cold waters, which carries a risk of hypothermia, frostbite, and cold shock response. In 2019, an event participant in Canada had to be hospitalized due to severe hypothermia. And that concludes our countdown of 15 insanely dangerous sports that you won't believe exist. As exhilarating as these might seem, the risk involved is extraordinary. Remember, your safety should always be a priority. Stay safe, stay adventurous, and we'll see you in our next video.